Hello, hail, and welcome. So, how are we doing? It's the end of the weekend. I hope you all had a good one. I had a really good day yesterday and a really good day today, so going well. I treated myself to a special dinner tonight, steak, which I don't usually treat myself to, and it was really good, and I'm really full, and I am really happy. So I figured why not cap off the day by playing some Prototype. So last time we were just beginning to unravel the conspiratorial mystery of what the hell happened to Alex Mercer to turn him into the horrible, gooey, shape-shifting monster that he is. Let's see if... it's been a couple of days. Let's see if I remember the controls. Mission acquisition. Go to Dana's safe house. Right, so I could go to Dana's safe house, or... Oh, wrong button. Keep forgetting that. I could... It's literally right there. How are we doing for... How are we doing for points? We only have 14,000 evolution points, so we definitely need more of those. Should we farm a few evolution points? I think we do. I think we want to eat this guy before going to the safe house. Oh wait, this plus means there's like an upgrade to be had, right? I think I remember them saying that if there's a plus on the logo, it means there is some kind of upgrade to be gained from it. So with that in mind, I want to do something here. I want to do these two consume events. I want to check out whatever this is. Enemy of my enemy. That is a war event, whatever that is. And I want to go into this base and eat the base leader. Let me know if the levels are good, by the way. I haven't changed anything since last stream, so I think we should be fine. Oh, we got a Web of Intrigue target. Sir, if you just come down this alley with me.
What do you think goes on in her head?
Nothing. Her brain was fried by the virus.
She seems...
Yeah.
It seems like she's waiting for something.
So I think she is like patient 0 or something. And it's because of her, something they did to her. Maybe her getting out. That's the reason why the outbreak happened. Hello, sir?
Move in and check that out.
I'm gonna need you to come with me, sir. Oh, looks like there's not a good hiding place. We're just gonna do it in the middle of the street.
This briefing is Class A1. The Federal Emergency Prosecution Act applies. This is the situation as we understand it. The virus is centering around structures in the city we've designated hives. The infected gather biological material at these strong points for unknown reasons, possibly to generate new strains of the outbreak. What we do know is this. The integrity of the building is stronger, but not immune to attack. A sustained attack of sufficient force on the hive should destroy it.
Alright, good knowledge, good knowledge. This is kind of an unusual way for a game to tell its story, but I'm actually really enjoying it. Just picking up tidbits of the story here and there. Hello, sir. Where are you going? I need to eat you. Scientists deployed in the field, consume them to reveal the location of a key figure. Reach the science team within the time limit, consume at least one scientist. Gotcha. Where are they? This way. I'll come back to that guy. Hey man, what's up? How's your weekend going? Scientist. Hello, sir. Sorry, but I need to eat you. Doing okay, thanks. How about you? I'm having a really good weekend. Oh, there's a tank. I'm just going to disengage.
Romeo Charlie off. Engage package protocol. Deploy. Ricky Tick.
I got in a workout yesterday, which is always really good. I'm a little sore, which is good. And excuse me, I was talking here. And I treated myself to a steak dinner today. You gym rat. I'm working on it. I wouldn't call myself a gym rat just yet, but I'm aspiring to be one. But yeah, it's a really good weekend for me so far. My sleep schedule has been kind of fucked up and out of whack, but other than that, it's going really well. Again, the wrong button. Wait, back this way, I think there was a conspiracy guy. Web of intrigue target. Yeah, there you are. Ah! Sleep schedule so crap, don't even want to know, right? Like, I stayed up all night before yesterday, stayed up all day yesterday, stayed up all night last night, and then I went to bed at like 8 o'clock or 9 o'clock this morning after something like 40 hours of no sleep. Which I can do now and again, it's fine, but it's definitely not something anyone should be doing on the regular. Not something I would recommend. How? What do you mean how? I just did it by not going to bed. Different people function different ways, and I just happen to have the kind of brain where I usually handle sleep deprivation pretty well. Like, I definitely get, you know, a little unfocused. I definitely feel the effects. But, like, If I really pushed it, if I, for some reason, some important reason, really had to stay up for a long time, I could probably, I would guess, stay up for like 3 days. I just never do it because that's too much and too destructive. What is this green thing over here? Oh, that's the event I was looking for. Okay, what is this? Start event. Fight as an infected ally to defeat the military. Sure. Hello, military. Hold on, let me just switch to something a little more comfortable. Okay. This rocket launcher bullshit needs to stop right now. You, sir, are confetti. How do I dodge again? Like this. Got it. Where are the rest of them? Down on street level? Got it. You know what? I could use a little health. You, give me health. I got a tank. Switch to whammers. Oh, never mind. Wait, there's another tank. There we go. Oh, there's another tank. Sure is a lot of tanks. Some DNA. I did see your message, Zahel. I will get to it once I'm out of this event. Wait. Someone up on the building throwing rockets at me? What's going on here? Oh, Infested Forces won. Hey, gold medal! Alright. When I was 20, I binge watched Stargate SG-1 TV show. Started Friday, got home from school, ended Sunday evening when you went to bed before school on Monday. Yeah. Like, I think I could do that if I tried, but also, like, it would be really hard, so why? Unless I need to for some reason. I'm not gonna do something like that. Right, do I have a disguise in the chamber? I don't. Well, I need to get in here and eat the base commander. Are there any soldiers nearby that I could turn into a succulent snack? Maybe on the other side of the base. Want to do it nowadays? Way harder for you? Sure I could. Yeah, some people just handle that kind of stuff easier. Same as with just about anything else, I suspect. Oh, okay, okay. Okay, sir. I'm just trying to sneak up on you and eat you.
got a priority situation in New York.
Priority situation in New York.
Something else. Sir?
Get the old man on the horn. I want 2 battalions ready to move from Dietrich. Full gear. It's starting again.
It's starting again. I kind of like the story beat, the story aspect, that instead of this being like something that's happening for the first time ever, they're like, oh shit, it's happening again, it's out. We have to activate the protocols. I think that's more interesting. My sense of direction is dog shit. I am going the completely wrong way.
Possible sighting up ahead.
And yeah, sometimes I go to bed after 12 hours awake, other times 30 plus. Other thought, can't bother going to bed. Yeah. I get that too, and I also get basically anxiety, where the more I try to focus, more I try to force myself to go to bed, the closer I get to having a panic attack. Which sucks donkey dicks. Valid commander disguise and base key required. Alright. Let's see if we can spot ourselves a commander. The guy that walked past, was that the commander? Is this the commander? I think this might be the commander. Excuse me, sir? You are lunch. Right. Will that work? Did. I want to eat you, but I don't want to do it in front of everybody. I want to do it here. Armor control, skill upgrade. Oh, I just got better at driving tanks. That's not something I'm going to do more than absolutely necessary. But when I do need to do it, it'll help being better at it. Let's just get you a place where nobody's looking. Like back here, maybe? Like here? No? Increase your effectiveness with the assault rifle. Again, I don't plan on using the assault rifle a whole bunch, but when I do use it, it's going to be handy. Artillery skill upgraded. You've gained the... Excuse me? You've gained the ability to call in an artillery strike? Okay, that warrants a little celebration sip. Like how you stealth eat right in front of people. Yeah, but it won't let me if I'm being watched, so apparently I'm just really good at finding the moments when people aren't paying attention. Cheers! I need to get better about sleeping, especially since I'm working out. Getting enough sleep and getting proper sleep is such a huge and underrated part of trying to especially build muscles. Assuming Marine commanders outside bases, replenishes your store of artillery strikes. Assuming Blackwatch commanders inside bases, increases the total number of artillery strikes that can be stored. Artillery strikes are activated through the disguise actions menu. Hold right button, left trigger to target. Press Y to call in the strike. Awesome. Sleeping at night is the best. I mean, sleeping at night is goated. But I have to say, I also really enjoy going to bed in the morning. Like, going to bed, like, at between 8 and 11 in the morning, and just sleeping the day away. Waking up around dinner time. That's honestly my most comfortable circadian rhythm. Doo-doo-doo. Excuse me, sir. Alright. I don't think I can get to eat this guy without kicking up a stink. Let me just try something. Just push him back here. No. Because of those guys. Alright, well, I want his information more than I want to not cause a fuss. So let's kick it off. First Lieutenant Brian Regensburg. Let's see what we get.
You've seen our order to isolate the subject on site, sir, from General Randall himself.
She's more than some test subject. You have no idea what she represents. Don't try and run this like some exercise. We need to move her out of the city, now.
And now I am leaving. Base is on lockdown. Just need to kill all these suckers to get out of here, right? Also, hold on. Why do I not have my shield activated? There we go. That'll help a little bit. Body does something after midnight. Yeah! For most people, the body prefers the circadian rhythm of sleeping at night. Definitely. I have just found out through decades of experience that for me, I am actually better rested, more comfortable, and generally have a higher quality of life when I am awake in the afternoon, evening, and night and sleep through the early day. Anyone else left? I love how the base is going off lockdown now. They're like, okay, so we sent all our people into this hangar and none of them came out. They all died. Well, I guess things must be back to normal. Base interior neutralized. Even more evolution points. Hate when you try to force yourself to sleep because of some appointment the next day. Yeah, I suck at that. I am very bad at just laying down and going to sleep because it is the time where I need to go to sleep. If I try to do that, I will just lie in bed awake for 2-3 hours. For me, definitely staying up till I'm exhausted and then going to bed is really the only way that works for me for getting good quality deep sleep. I think it's great being laid off. Go back to going to bed at 6 to 8 a.m.
Negative. Negative. I don't got him. Bye. The boys are saying negative here, sir. No kill, no sight.
Why is it still showing that plus thing? Did I not get everything I could from the base? Love sleeping when I'm tired. Yes. I don't think this is very rare. I want to go here. I think it is a fairly common thing that I have, that generally going to sleep is hard for me. Making the transition from awake to sleeping, that's hard. And the opposite is also true. Making the transition from sleep to getting awake, getting out of bed, getting the spools in my brain spun up, that is also very hard for me, very exhausting. So when I'm awake, I never want to sleep, and when I am sleeping or sleepy, I never want to wake up and get out of bed. It's just the way it is. I don't, in general, I am not good with transitions. I like to find a static point of comfort, and then I like to remain in that point of comfort. By the time we're sleepy to not go to bed, yeah. Excuse me, sir? You look tasty. Hive destruction. Nearby hive has been attempting to infect another structure. Destroy the hive before it spreads. Ward 13,000. I don't know how to do that, but let's try. Where's the hive? I don't even know where the hive in question is. I'm just gonna go eat this web of intrigue target instead.
Subject escaped at 22:30 hours after murdering 3 personnel. Shortly thereafter, it is believed it kidnapped an operative. It is infected with a variant of Blacklight virus, specifically DX1118, a substance whose effects on the human body are poorly understood at best. We have no clue what it is capable of.
I'm just going to abandon this event because I literally don't know where I'm supposed to go.
Stick to SOP confirmation protocol.
Like, it says a nearby hive. Do I just pick one, or... There's a hive marked here on my map, but I think that was marked before anyway. So fuck it. Oh, wait. Oh, this is the hive. Oh, got it. Okay. Okay, I see. I see. Okay. Also says marked, but marked with what? Yeah. I wonder if I can still do it. I wasted so much time. So I wonder if this is still possible. But we're gonna try. I'm just gonna run right through the military base. That'll probably piss them off. Especially because I look like a zombie right now, I think. Trying an infected hive. Horse middle opponents. Generally ineffective. Use weapons, hijacked armor, and devastator attacks for maximum damage. Right, well, let's start with the devastator attack then. Let's see about some hijacked armor. Not really much to go by here. Oh, there we go, rocket launcher. You, sir, I need your weapon. Ow! And I need to not get rocket launcher in the face. Alright. Oh, I fire. Oh yeah, like this. Great. Good job, car. Hey, Jack, there's a guy over there in the street firing a rocket launcher. I know. I'll drive my car right in front of him. I think I'm gonna fail this. Just because I can't find any weapons that I need. There's a rocket launcher. Gimme. Alright. Last ditch effort. Please target what I want to target. Oh. No, event failed. Your belly is slowly killing you? Oh no! Did you eat something that doesn't agree with you, Nittler? Anyway, that wasn't a very fun event, so we probably won't be doing much of those in the future. That event kind of sucked. You look like a health pack. Maybe it's stress. You do have a lot going on, Nittler. Maybe you're just tensing too much. I don't know. With all the preparations. Let's not run straight through the military base this time. Do you have a billion things on your mind? Well, I don't know. Maybe take a nap, try some meditation.
Today, we are folded under control of first biological
Some grounding.
command out of Fort Detrick. They're calling the shots on
Maybe
us.
do some journaling. I don't know.
Any fucking lip. They tell you to jump, you jump. Do not mistake these guys for dabblers. They have seen serious shit in the past.
Are mad at me just because I ate someone. It's political correctness gone mad. Let's go and progress the actual story. Just chilling, not too far from your toilet. Well, I didn't necessarily mean right this moment, I meant just like in general. If you have so much going on that you're stressing out over it to the point where it's physically painful, I think you should probably try taking some steps.
Yeah.
Diamondback, hello, hail and welcome. How are you today? Just drop the disguise.
A network of detectors. If they can track me, they can track Dana. The loathsome dung eater!
Oh no, the loathsome dung eater. I completely missed what I was supposed to be doing for this mission. Stop the military from discovering safe house. Okay, cause some ruckus. Got it. Your pitiful machine is no match for me. This helicopter. It's flying too high. Right. Oh, that didn't destroy it. That's a problem. That's more like it. 2 out of 10 detectors destroyed. Oh my god. So how are you doing, Diamondback? How's your weekend going? I guess the weekend is almost over. How's your weekend been?
Zeus's memory problem might be an advantage we can use. Familiar people, objects, places. These seem to restore memories to Zeus. This restoration is painful.
It can hurt Zeus?
During these moments, Zeus is vulnerable. The more we know about it, and the less it can discover, the better off we are. We can also get creative. We can lie.
Okay, weekend's been super chill. Oh, look at the map here. Map tells me nothing. Okay. Super chill, waiting for some Indian food to arrive. Then I'm gonna play the hell out of Baldur's Gate 3. Ooh! Sounds like a nice way to spend your Sunday. How has Bear been? I have been... Well, my sleep has been fucked the last couple of days. But other than that, I've actually had a pretty fantastic weekend. Can I throw cars? I think I can throw cars. Fuck you. Well, that did basically nothing. Okay. Okay, the thing just disappeared. Is it under the bridge? Oh, is it a mobile detector? Is that... I don't know what I'm supposed to be doing here. I'm supposed to be destroying something that keeps disappearing and reappearing. You need to give me some health back. And you need to give me some health back. Oh, collectible. There we go. These grenade launchers are really annoying. I think they do less damage than the missile launchers. Oh, okay, I can't run up this. I can run up every other surface in the game, but not this. Oh yeah, just blow it right off my hands. Yeah, I'm getting really frustrated. Where the fuck is the thing I'm supposed to fucking destroy? It'd be great if the helicopters didn't add to the chaos. Yeah, this is really annoying. Something karate kick a helicopter. Yep, that's what we're doing. This is the worst mission so far of the game. That's not the button I hit, but okay. This and Infamous are probably the best superhero games. More like anti-hero games. Not right now, god damn it! I'm just running in circles because I can't find the fucking things. Meanwhile, I have 70,000 billion trillion helicopters up my ass. It's right over there. Where is right over there? That is useless information without context. No, don't! Oh, fucking. Look on the bright side, you're making Lockheed Martin a lot of money right now. Yeah, well, that's not really my goal. I'm running out of shit to throw because there's so many helicopters. No! I'm gonna fail this mission just because I can't find the fucking objectives. Okay, I see one. You just don't understand art. I don't understand the design of this.
told them we'd be introducing compounds into the town that simulated fallout, that we wanted to track it in the population. Harmless stuff.
This was the cover story?
Seems like if there's a cluster of white dots on the minimap in a green zone, that's most likely where the thing is. Thank you. Thanks for being more observant than I am. Let's go for that. Why do hunters have to show up now as well? Oh, wait, I see. When the skull icon shows up, that indicates it. No, what? Fuck all of y'all. Okay, just don't do the thing I told you to. That's cool. This game is going to condition me to just get angry whenever I see a helicopter. Supervillain arc origin, yeah. I mean, that's basically what this game is, right?
Sending strike package to your vector. Stay clear of target zone, over.
Strike request accepted. Send a team.
Fire support overhead.
You know what? Fuck you. Fuck off. Oh, it's like Mercer. It's a cool monster villain, like a very edgy Hulk. It's cool so far.
What was initially thought to be a chemical spill was actually a biological attack on the city.
Now we get some story. That was really frustrating and not very fun at all.
Sir? At ease, Captain. Director McMullen, share your data.
The game has been great so far except for that, so let's just chalk that down to a bad mission.
Mercer, Zeus, rebuilds on a cellular level, a shapeshifter. We've used the DNA sample you recovered to synthesize a pathogen. Inside Zeus, the pathogen will generate a possible cure.
Do you understand your mission?
Oh, they want to inject me with the goo.
Target Zeus and bring him in. Sir, with respect, all indications are that
Mercer isn't a he, it's an it. I will debrief you when you complete your mission. Dismissed. The captain always did have...
Well, that general seems like a nice guy. Earlier I thought, no thing for the act of moving around the city and combat itself. No difference. Replaced Mercer. Models Venom. I don't know, this seems way too destructive to align with my perception of Venom. This to me, except for the physical size and dimensions of my character, it seems way more like a Hulk game. Okay. The helicopter that I was currently in active combat with just decided to fuck off out of nowhere. It would throw me like an AC unit. I can't throw anybody anywhere. I am way too weak to throw anybody. I'm working on that. Really reminds me of Ultimate Destruction. Don't know what that is. I need some health. The coolest Hulk game? I played like 10 minutes of a Hulk game like 16 years ago on a friend's system, and that is the only Hulk game that I've ever played. As the question of the day, depends how useful they would be for your everyday life. You would have no use for super strength, but telekinesis, even if you could only lift things, physically able to, would be great. So you would undergo an experimental procedure that was supposed to give you superpowers if they were intended to give you telekinesis, Zahel. Smash a bus, make it a skateboard. Need to say much more on how cool that is. Is Hulk in Marvel vs. Capcom? And if so, is it a Hulk game? Hulk is in Marvel vs. Capcom. I would not call it a Hulk game, since it's not primarily about the Hulk. I wouldn't call something like Marvel vs. Capcom any character game. It's not a Ryu game, it's not a Hulk game, it's not a fucking Jill Valentine game, even though all those characters are in it. Only Hulk game you know is Ultimate Destruction. Sheer smashing is going there. I mean, random destruction can be fun. Honestly, I don't... If all it has to really offer is just the spectacle of mass destruction, that's not a game that's going to hold my attention for very long. That's the kind of game I would have a lot of fun with for maybe half an hour. And then I'd be like, okay, so is that it? Hulk punching giant robots in an open world? Is it a superhero game or just a fighting game? It is a fighting game featuring, among other things, superheroes. If it were just exclusively like a Marvel superheroes fighting game, then I would say it's a superhero game. But considering how many characters, how many main central characters are in the game that are not superheroes, I would not call it a superhero game. I would very specifically say if we want to put it in a subgenre other than fighting game, I would call it a crossover fighting game. Because it is one in the long line of fighting games whose main selling point, I think, is the fact that it takes two or more franchises or genres or IPs and mash them together in a fighting game. Assuming it's not a shady group doing the experiments, they have all the proper permits and such, yes. Where are the people that I need to eat? Skull logo. Oh, they're in the base. Well, that's going to complicate things a little bit. And you would do that, Zehel, even knowing that it's an experimental procedure and there are, as with anything experimental, a risk of side effects and the procedure failing and so on. So there's an armor, formidable opponents. I'm not gonna do this. I just wanted to eat a guy. I don't want to destroy a military base. That's not fun. Generally, any mission where it says your powers won't work here, you need to use guns, are probably missions that I'm just gonna give a miss. I didn't install this game to drive a tank. It's not what's fun about this game. And I am not enough of a completionist that I want to do everything. I only want to do what's fun. Oh, go away. Not what I wanted. He died from me accidentally bumping him while I was trying to grab him. Well, that's a fucking pisser. Hey, Catatonic. Prototype is such a fun game. It is. I just had a shitty mission that I really didn't enjoy, but overall it's a very fun game. I'm really enjoying it. Did I hit him when I threw her? I didn't think I did. I thought I just threw her off to the side. Ooh, collectible. Don't really care about those, but since we're here. Like there's another Web of Intrigue target. What happened right in front of this tank? Oh, they didn't like that. Think you would? Fair enough. That's really the crux of the question. There's a risk. What would it take for you to be willing to take that risk?
Whether this represents a natural immunity or something.
How good would the potential payoff have to be?
So, what does this mean to our research?
We all agree she represents the best chance we have to crack the virus's defenses.
Mate of yours was one of the designers? Oh, that's a pretty cool tidbit. Catatonic? What part of development was he involved in, or she? They? Spend some points. We've racked up quite a few points. I might want that. You know what? I might want that. And I'll tell you why. Just because if this lets me slash while sprinting, it at least means I will slash instead of doing that dive kick that I don't like so much. More sprint speed? I mean, that's cool, but also the sprint is already so fast I'm having trouble controlling my character. Survivability... increase of 2 Devastator attacks, that could be helpful. Health boost for 130k, region boost. I think I'm gonna get this before I do any more shopping. 4 gameplay systems. Works at CCP now on EVE Online. Oh, cool. It's always interesting when people are in the industry or know someone in the industry. Buckle Shockwave. That doesn't really sound appealing. Charged Throw. I think I should get that. Slam. Consume boost. Get increased health from those you consume. Only 40,000. Let's grab that. And don't care about these other categories. Okay, we're gonna get Charged Throw. Just fuck helicopters. And then we have 260 more to play with. So let's grab the Dashing Slice. Let's upgrade the Ground Spike, leaving us with 115. And with 115, does this just let me jump higher? Jump further and charge faster. For only 30,000, let's get that. It's with 85. Get the critical mass boost. That leaves us with basically nothing. Used to work in the industry myself, not engineering. Side business operations. It was on the Activision side and you were at Blizzard. Oh, cool! I hear some not always entirely flattering things about working at Activision Blizzard. I would assume you probably have some stories. Or maybe you're able to debunk it and tell me that that's bullshit and that I shouldn't listen to rumors. That's the thorn in your side about them.
Authorization tag 00 Hotel. Priority strike package incoming. Over.
Helicopters.
We're go. Initiate the strike.
Ground, this is Tornado Leader. Requesting clearance to engage. Immediate, over.
Go away. Nobody likes you. Here, have another helicopter. Early days before the Activision merger, it was amazing. After that, it started to go downhill. Left until 2016 before things got really bad. Already terrible compared to when you started in 2006. Not sure how to feel of CCP and EVE Online these days. They really want to get into the NFT game thing. New stuff they got is pretty butts. That is a shame. I had heard good things about CCP previously. But NFTs is just dog shit.
She wasn't infected naturally. She was a damn test subject. We don't know that. This whole thing stinks. We're being set up. The results we've achieved, where do they go? They just vanish? What are you going to do? Whatever I have to.
Why is it the people that got the memory start to run as soon as I get close to them? So there's no explanation for that, Sal, but we can put our heads together and try to find one. How about the idea that maybe they recognize me? Because they have some kind of connection to me, to my plot. They recognize me, maybe not on a conscious level, but on a subconscious level. That's my best explanation. Because Mercer's dead and seeing him alive is scary. Yeah. I really love the sweep kick. What? I don't care how hard your sweep kick is. Getting swept like that in the shins is not going to just kill you with one shot. It might break your legs, but it's not going to kill you. But it looks really cool, and I like when they flop around. There we go again. Ah! 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 Nom 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 nom. Colinopolis. It's a funny name.
We've got the USS Reagan on the comm.
This is Palace Command. What's your status, Citadel?
This is Citadel Command. All hands report stations ready. Jets fielded and ready for overflight of control zone.
Stand by for orders, Citadel.
And now they're all mad at me just because I ate a guy. Talk about being sensitive. Looks like we're all good. Can I put the car down? No, I have to throw it. Maybe it's breaking their neck when they land. Yeah, maybe. Like your old CD copy. Questions whether you even still have a CD drive, right? A lot of machines these days don't have a physical drive. I know mine doesn't. Great. Could you get out of this crowd? It's really hard to pick you out from the crowd. Thank you. Michael Hamlin. What do you know, Michael?
Can't do anything? They're declaring martial law. Don't they need...
You listen to me, Harvey. They don't need anything. They're in charge. They've been doing this for years. To them, this is just status quo.
This telephone call has been interrupted for national security reasons under the Emergency Powers Act.
Turn that off. Managed to convince my technician, slap in a DVD reader in your ring. They're like Eurobox or Pop. Yeah, they're not expensive. What happens to the car if I set off? Oh, nothing. I guess I only damage things when I land. You have a PC tower in the closet, has a CD DVD reader. Not sure you even have a motherboard that can plug it into. I don't have a CD drive anywhere. And even if I did, I wouldn't know how to plug it into the motherboard, even if I could. I am not a technically proficient person. Never used it, still good to have. Went off the side. Alright, I'm going to take another mission, and this time I'm actually going to pay attention when I get the briefing. Because I didn't on the last one and it got a little hectic.
I think I might be able to get you close to McMullen. The news has been showing an endless loop of Blackwatch scientific teams turning up at hives. Those teams have to be working for McMullen, right? If they are, then one of them has got to know how to get to him. Get into one of
Sounds like I'm eating some scientists. Draw McMullen in. Wonder how I do that. Just cause chaos? Go to the hive to lure McMullen out. Which hive? Oh, I have an indicator. This way. To be honest, these days building a PC is super easy. Majority of the time the connectors are color-coded, so you can't even plug the wrong things in. See, that's how it's been for a long time about assembling the computer. Like plugging keyboard and monitor and so on in, but I am still a little intimidated at rummaging around inside a computer. Because even if stuff is color-coded, to my mind, these are still fairly sensitive electronic components. And I am not really qualified to handle sensitive electronic components. It's idiot-proof? No such thing. You underestimate the power of idiots. For me, it's a combination of them being sensitive electronic components and the fact that to a poor like me, these components are so horrifically expensive.
Off the record, who the hell are these Blackwatch guys?
Like, if I save up, buy a processor, and then mess it up while trying to install the processor, I might not be able to replace that for 6 months.
America doesn't want to find itself in, Major.
And that is such a horrific setback that I would rather just pay a little bit for someone who knows what they're doing to do it for me. Like, to me, it's worth the extra expense just for the peace of mind. Both that it will probably be done right, but also that if it isn't done right, there's someone I can complain and say, hey, you didn't put this together right, could you please fix it? Rather than if I do it on my own and if I made a mistake, well, that's just tough cookies. I am on my own with a problem that I'm probably not qualified to solve. See, an idiot could say, but I need to plug in there, and then they would try to force it into this. Yes, I mean, that would be stupid, and any rational person, any one of us would be like, you'd never do that. No, you wouldn't be that stupid. But there are people that stupid. Morons are very creative in how they manage to fuck up. Hey, Sarchiko! Hail and welcome! How's your weekend been? I was younger, started messing around with building PCs or using number letter things. I don't know what that is. Had to solder the bridges to unlock more power. They're like 20 bucks a pop, so if I destroyed one, I could buy another 5. See, that's perfect for learning. That is like the perfect circumstances for trying to learn those skills. Been terrific. Been to a spiritual retreat on the countryside. Oh, nice. Nice and relaxing, contemplative. What you're saying? Assuming Barry isn't a moron, just ignorant of this topic. Yes! I am ignorant of this topic, and I am also worried about just how much I can mess up with my ignorance. I want to eat you. Okay, just standing up, fuck me up. Well, I'm gonna eat you. Alright. So now what do we do? This is just to get an overview of the situation.
I hope McMullen's not in the middle of that mess.
Locate McMullen. Find and consume a commander. Oh great! There are no air conditioner units or anything up here. Come closer again. Get over here. Was not as delicate as you think, especially these days. Let's go, Mr. Civilian. 8 or so, built my first PC because one of my friend's dad was making PCs for school, such as a side gang. One day he's like, come, we're making a PC you can bring home. Well, that's really nice of him. Biggest risk is probably electrostatic. Just touch the computer case every couple of minutes if you're really worried. So what if I forget to do that? And ruin my $1,000 PC component that I can't afford to replace? Hydrate? Sure. Thanks, Nittler. Like, yes, if I really absolutely desperately needed to, I could probably build a PC. But the expense of things, the risk of fucking it up, and the consequences of what it would cost me if I fuck it up, I just feel like it's not worth trying. Great, they killed my dinner target. Because they're laser focused on me and nobody else. Well, that was fucking annoying. Oh, there's a new one. Gotta go in a little more aggressively this time because apparently I have hunters up my ass. Heading to bed? Alright, Nittler, sleep well. Catch you next time.
Be centered around these areas. The focus, as we've seen, seems to be these buildings. Secure all marked areas for possible insertion of Director McMullen for direct study. He won't touch down until all sniffers read nominal, and make sure none are destroyed.
Engagement protocols?
Anything it takes to clear the ground. When it's all clear, sound off.
Go to the... Okay, go to the next site, I guess.
Confirmed. Strike package en route. Over.
Deploy strike assets.
Red Crown, Tornado Dog is entering red zone. We need target coordinates. Hard to tell. It's right off our left. Left low. Firing now.
An often overlooked opportunity cost. I mean, that's fair, Catatonic, but not everything is about learning a new skill. Do you buy meat pre-cut, or do you butcher your own animals? That's an opportunity to learn a new skill. Do you buy furniture, or do you build it yourself? That's an opportunity to learn a new skill. You know, I live in a modern society. I don't need to be completely self-sufficient. I think it's overrated, honestly. Needs to be the area is clear of infection. Approach and plus. Okay, so I need to sabotage these things. Got it. I would really like to probably get out of combat. No, it's not possible to get out of combat, I think. Can I do this while being shot at? I mean, these guys just do not care about destroying their own equipment. Right, so can I... There we go, sabotage. Incorrect secret, oh god. There we go. That was one. Not allowed to over here, need to have a license for that. Oh my god. These guys are just indiscriminate. They just shoot each other. I am almost dead. Let me just grab some health. You, sir? And you. Alright. Oh my god. Ah! Hello, this been afternoon building a new planting thing for your garden from Sparewood. Don't let fear stand in your way of trying to... That's what I'm saying. If I needed to, I would. But I don't need to, and because I don't need to, I don't think it's worth it to try. I think the downsides, or rather the potential downsides, way outweigh anything I stand to gain from it. If I was really interested in electronics and looking to maybe get into building PCs as a hobby, then of course. But I have no interest in that shit. I just want to push the button and then it goes. Oh god, this targeting. I am gonna die if I don't get out of here. Get some health. You, give me health. It's probably just because I suck donkey balls at this game. But the further I get into this game, the more hectic these fights get, the more clunky and unresponsive these controls are starting to feel. Probably just a skill issue. Any helicopters? No. Oh, never mind. The mechanic of strike teams being called in is actively making this game less fun for me. It is an awesome mechanic if you want every moment to be a desperate struggle, battle for survival, which I guess is what they're going for. But for me, it just makes it annoying and frustrating. Because the experience that, and there's just always 4 helicopters on your ass, no matter what you do, because it takes people 12 seconds to call them in, is just not fun for me. First PC was one that boss bought my mother for work, had to teach her how to use it. That got to use it for gaming. Eventually the integrated graphics weren't enough to look at buying components, fitting them yourself to upgrade.
Clear, sir. What is your ETA? Okay, people, we're clean across the board. McMullen inbound.
There's no way they're gonna let me eat McMullen right now. There's gonna be some kind of wrinkle. I don't like... I know I'm complaining a lot. Really, I'm enjoying myself. I'm just complaining about the parts that are detracting. I don't like the fact that my only real way to deal with helicopters is to throw shit at them, combined with the fact that the helicopters shoot and destroy the shit I'm supposed to throw at them. That to me, that's really frustrating. Like, here's your only way to deal with that problem. Also, your problem takes away that only way of dealing with it. As you power up, you get a better way. Well, maybe it's one of the power-ups I haven't chosen. Sometimes they shoot it. Yeah, sometimes they just shoot it out of the air. Like, nope, never mind. Now you have to spend another 10, 15, maybe 20 seconds finding another thing to throw at them. I know, this whip fist, is that any good against helicopters? Because I might buy... Let's try that. That is there. I hope that works against helicopters. Again, I just want to stress, it's not that I dislike this game. This is a great game. It's just not a perfect game. What is that? Hint, charge your attacks by holding the button down. Charged attack is slower but more damaging. Oh. Yeah, you know what? I didn't, or at least wasn't paying attention to that. That was a helpful hint. Do I have anything I need to buy, or should I just continue the story? Let's have a look. Remember being able to use the tendrils to take them down? Alright. Well, I'll try to use that against the helicopters then. Can't recall what upgrade you need for it. Remember all nearby enemies with a wide, sweeping crack. That's all we have for now. Can't afford the jump upgrade. I think I'm going to save up for the health boost. Get more health. I was getting dangerously close to dying there. That's not who I wanted. You! Outbreak, consume them before they can move on to new positions.
First general order.
When in doubt, shoot to kill.
Second.
No clearance, no passage.
Third.
Nothing crosses the red line, sir.
Hello, sir. I think my favorite part of the game is eating people and getting these small little snippets of the story.
See, I'm busy. Stop talking about Mercer like he's the answer to our damn problems. He's a runner.
That's where you're wrong. No other runner in Blacklight's history has been male. Fact is, we don't know what he is.
I know what he's not. That's enough.
Alright, last target. Let's go. Also, I think it was 130,000 I needed. So maybe once I get this third target, I think I might be pretty close to being able to afford the health upgrade.
How much longer do we have to put up with these amateurs?
Since your brain can't fathom why the Marines are here, I'll lay it bare. The old man brought them in for two reasons. They're the shock troops. They move in, take the losses, point out the enemy. We do the cleanup.
Sir.
Second, they're the public face of this occupation. When the city's burned to the ground, they take the fall.
Oh, sounds like it sucks to be the Marines. Alright, event complete. 2,800. Yes. Took me over 130,000. Let's get some more health. You know what? Let's save here. Not that we're ending, just it doesn't hurt to save once in a while. Right, so story is way the fuck up here. So I think before heading up there, I'm just gonna stop by this base and have a snack. I need a disguise. I have a soldier disguise. Don't think it's compromised.
Scan your zone, watch the crowd. Contact can be anywhere.
Oh, it's tempting to call in an airstrike just for shits and giggles. Or artillery strike, but I'm not gonna do it. So what is a runner? So, yeah, good question. I think that other woman we met is a runner. So I think a runner is a person who gets mutated by the virus and doesn't just turn into a zombie or a hunter. Or, I'm not certain, or maybe runner refers to doing a runner, running away, being a runner. Someone infected by the virus in a lab setting that then escapes. I think it's one of the two. I'm not exactly certain which of the two it is. Alright, let's enter the buffet. Ooh. Looks like there are a lot of hot plates on offer. I'm gonna eat you. I'm gonna eat you. I said I'm gonna eat you. Better at controlling tanks. Just checked Google. Runner is the codename assigned by Blackwatch to non-prototype infected individuals. Managed to escape military detainment. Alright, so I was kind of right. Manipulating, spreading the virus they have been affected with. So I was pretty much correct. Feels good to be right for once. Nobody's watching. This game has weird ideas of when people are and are not watching. Which is why I just walk behind people and randomly go, now. How about now? Like here? How is nobody seeing this? There's no web of intrigue target here, which means there's no real reason to kick up a hornet's nest. Base consume bonus plus something else. Increase your effectiveness with the grenade launcher. Now there's a weapon I might actually use. Alright, well, no need to trigger the lockdown. Let's just mosey our way on out of here. I want to go somewhere where the military can't see me, and I want to squeeze off a couple of test rounds with this grenade launcher. See how it feels. Doesn't seem to be any soldiers over in this direction. Clearly, it's like the scene from the Batman animation. One of the bad guys opens the door, sees Batman snooping around. Buckeyes, Batman's just like, nope, I certainly didn't just see Batman. Yeah, I know the scene you're talking about. What a great show, by the way. Batman, the animated series. I used to watch that on Sundays. I mean, you know, you're from Denmark, but some people in chat might not know. So in Denmark, we would have a kids' TV show in Sunday called Bugs Bunny's Sunday Club, where a popular children's TV host would, like, I guess it's kind of a normal kids show where you have a host and he talks and he maybe has a couple of guests on, maybe a musician that's popular with the youth or something, and then it's punctuated by cartoons. And the main event, the thing everybody was waiting for, every Bugs Bunny Sunday Club, would be towards the end, they would show an episode of Batman the Animated Series. And it was the shit. I wasn't even that young when I watched it. I think I watched it at like mid to late teens and still really enjoyed it. Like, I was not 8 or 9 years old watching this. I probably shouldn't have a grenade launcher. Just a sketchy looking dude in a hoodie with a grenade launcher. I understand this person's reaction. Help! There's a man with a grenade launcher! These soldiers are like, yeah, that seems like a perfectly normal occurrence. Have a good day, sir. Nobody suspicious? Alright, that was not suspicious. I don't know what the fuck kind of strong people these soldiers usually hang out with. If they don't find that suspicious. Are they all related to Ronnie Coleman? Every single one of them has the last name Björnsson. All of them have a cousin named Eddie Hall. What's going on? It is so tempting to grenade one of these assholes. I'm not gonna do it. I'm just saying I'm tempted. Also, yeah, watching a guy run up the side of buildings or jump off the top of a building and just land unscathed in the street. Did I get it? Oh, I didn't get it. Don't think you know the show? Got your early teens, tend to use all your... I'm on the PC, but you miss Fox Kids. Really? You never watched Snor Snup Søndagsklub with Booba? Damn, I thought that was like a universal experience. Anyway, the Batman episode was definitely the best part of the show. Sometimes some of the guests they had on was fun, but the host himself, Booba, I always found him a little obnoxious. He was like very affected. He was always talking in this very exaggerated, I'm talking to kids way. And even as a kid, I found it grating. So, not a big fan of that actual guy. As for who he is as a human being, no idea. He could be the coolest guy ever, he could be a piece of shit. I wouldn't know. Gee, thanks, zombie. The zombies killed the guy I was here to eat. There are zombies behind you, Mr. Soldier. You got this. No, you don't got this. Is there another soldier? You got this, Mr. Soldier. I have something for you. Here. Oh, I can't throw the gun at him. I just discard it. Alright, I better eat you before some zombie kills you. Let's get to the mission. Nearby military base has amassed troops to push deeper into the city. Destroy the base. I don't want to destroy the base. Fuck off. Abandon. I'm gonna say no. I don't want to do base destruction. I don't want to do hive destruction. It's just not fun. I do want to do this though. Oh wait, that's not actually... It's this button combination. There we go. This, by the way, not suspicious behavior. There were soldiers watching me when I did that. And they were like, oh, that's perfectly normal behavior for a person to do that. Sister was once on the show as audience. It was nowhere near what we saw. Did the whole thing showing us signs, let the kids in the audience know what reaction they... Yeah. I think that is a lot more normal than most people think. I think a lot of shows that have an audience, especially shows that have a kid audience, I think it's very normal to do that. It seems duplicitous, it seems, you know, fake and artificial, and it is. But I think it's pretty much the norm, honestly. Okay, that's suspicious. Carrying around a car. That actually counts as suspicious. I guess because it's criminal. This is technically Grand Theft Auto, right? Not the game, the crime. I am technically stealing a car. This kid's told exactly what they... Yeah. That's why I would never have done well on a show like that, because I would have just said whatever. Grand Theft Auto and kidnapping. Oh, yeah, there's someone in the car. You're right. Definitely that, too. Oh, we're now in the Mexican part of town. I know it's probably spores infecting the air, but this kind of looks like just the typical sepia filter. Oh, let's try this. See how well this does. Oh, not very well at all. Okay. Don't run away. I think I still like the claws best. One extra civilian kill. What civilian did I kill? I mean, I've killed a ton of civilians, but in that situation, what civilian did I kill? Did it count one of the zombies as a civilian? Kind of feels like it did. Do. Alright. How many points do I have? 50,000? Might be able to get something. Oh, by the way, I'm just saying this to remind myself. When I am dealing with helicopters, I really should activate muscle mass to improve my throws. Not doing that is kind of dumb. I had kind of forgotten that power even existed. Don't really use air dash. I probably should. I could upgrade my sprint speed. That wouldn't be bad. Ooh. Long range throw. Increase your object throw range. Pick off opponents more than a block away when combined with targeting. Excellent against distant enemy groups, infected hives, or military bases. You know what? That is exactly what I want. Thank you. Oh, we're out of Mexico. Although we're not out of the crackhead part of town. Aha! What comes after the sweep? Oh, a back kick. That's pretty cool. That combo. Knee, sweep, kick, stomp, roundhouse. Punch, 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 punch. I'm doing it too slow. Punch, punch, punch. No, that's just a combo. Okay. What if I... No. But... Okay. Oh! Okay. I'm experimenting, trying to find new combos. Punch, punch, sweep, punch. Punch, punch, sweep, kick. Punch, punch, sweep, kick, punch. Any missions nearby I'd want to do? No, let's just head to the mission. Yeah, let's just head to the mission. This way. I believe I can fly. I believe in an apple pie. I think about it every night and day. I promise it's not because I'm gay. I believe I can soar. Getting drunk and pass out on the floor. I believe I can fly. I believe I can fly. Who needs song requests, really? So you heard this version of the song? It is the patented Anderson version. I was about to grab this guy just for funsies, And then I noticed, oh, right, that's a tank. Maybe not. Can I throw tanks? Can I just grab a tank? Oh, right, I can't because that makes me hijack the tank. I forgot about that mechanic. I did not mean to do this. Beep, beep. I am so sorry. This tank is getting fucked up. Abandon ship. Abandon ship! How do I abandon ship? I do not know how to get out of a tank, so I guess I'm just waiting for it to explode. Couch. Oh, the couch got destroyed. I was really looking forward to throwing the couch at a helicopter. Stop blowing up the shit I'm gonna throw at you! What did I just say? Okay, we're gonna try out the tentacle. Or, you know... You know, I think part of why... These... Oh, that worked really well. Okay, yeah, this tentacle is definitely worth the investment. That tentacle just paid for itself. That's my bad for not picking the tentacle before. So lesson learned. Get over here! Now... I want to go somewhere that has no soldiers, just so I can eat some people. Eat this guy and there will be no soldiers that can see me. Oh, didn't mean to do that. Oh, because I discarded the gun instead of grabbing. Got it. There are soldiers that can see me. Seen enough hentai to know where this is going. Helicopter-chan, get over here. I need to try my new tentacle power. Oh no, Mercer-kun, what are you doing? Help, Mercer-kun, I'm stuck. Don't worry, I know exactly how to solve this. Tentacle powers, activate! Oh, another collectible. I really would love to eat just a couple more people before I go in. Anyone back here? No. Starting to feel like this is a Vampire the Masquerade game. Skulking around in back alleys looking for someone to feed on without getting discovered. Don't want to break the masquerade because I don't want to bring down trouble. This is like unofficial Vampire the Masquerade emergent gameplay right now. Except with the wall running. I mean, vampire-wise, I'm like the most horrific, theoretical, possible conglomeration of a gangrel and a Tsumishi. I think that should be it. No, one more. Remember, I'm the good guy in this story. I'm not the monster they say I am. I'm a completely different monster. Oh, you clipped that! Thank you for that clip. I will definitely be posting that clip somewhere. Alright, start mission. Let's go, whoa, whoa.
The samples you've recovered, I still don't have enough.
need you to go inside a hive.
Inside a hive.
The material the virus is producing. I think it's the key. With it, I think I can reverse the effect of the virus. And Alex, for what it's worth, I'm sorry it had to play out like this.
Don't be sorry. Just cure this thing.
By the way, she hasn't betrayed us yet. But that line kinda sounds like maybe she betrayed us at some point in the preamble of the game and we just don't remember. Or she feels bad because she's going to betray us. Yet. Yes, exactly. That's kind of what I was getting at, Gyurjo. That, I'm sorry it had to play out like this. That's the kind of shit people say before they betray you. I will be legitimately surprised. Not negatively, not positively, just neutrally surprised if she does not betray us before the end of the game. That will catch me off guard. A lot of conspiracy nonsense going on. Expect a double, quadruple, reverse agent nonsense. Mercer isn't really Mercer. He's actually an agent that hypnotized himself to believe he was Mercer so he could infiltrate. Oh wait, that's just the plot to Total Recall. Speaking of Total Recall, what a good movie. Oh, it's spewing out genetic material. Perfect Twitch manner did not include me reading the chat that prompted the RP. So it's completely out of context. Perfect. Peak. Collect genetic material. I am sure this will go fine and nobody's going to bother me. But, being the paranoid bastard that I am just going to bring my weapons out. Doo-doo-doo. Sure do like not having any hunters crawling up my asshole. I sure do like just peacefully picking up genetic material. It's been at least 20 years since I've seen Total Recall. Just a matter of opinion, but my personal opinion, Gyurjo, it's worth a rewatch. I watched it for the first time. Like, Karen Parker has betrayed you. What were we just talking about? Oh, for... Okay. Okay, and he doesn't get stun locked, but I do. How could we have seen this one coming? I still need to collect genetic material. But now I also have to deal with... Oh, they're just zombies. I thought it was going to be like this many hunters. I was really worried. I mean, not that this isn't troublesome. But there's like 20, 30 plus of these guys. If this had been hunters, this would have been a catastrophe. Where is Mr. Gross? He's there. Don't shoot at me. You know what? I have a thing. Let me just get closer to him. Or not. I need a block. There we go. That's what I was going for. Oh, our soldiers are showing up. Wonder if he's easier to deal with using a tentacle. Oh, good question. Does seem like getting too close to him is troublesome, doesn't it? Just want to clear out the peanut gallery a little bit. It's just these crowds of assholes. Claws are really good for that. Oh, just as I switch. Alright, switch back. One thing I get why it is the way it is, because that's what the game is balanced around. But one thing I find a little frustrating is how much I get knocked about. How much I get, not stun lock, but just thrown out of animations by knockback. It doesn't feel badass and powerful. It makes me feel weak and fragile.
You think you've won, Mercer? You don't even know what fucking game you're playing.
By the way, good call on the tentacle. The tentacle was way easier. Oh, he mentioned Penn Station, and that got us stunned because we got a flashback, which is what they were discussing using against me. It's all coming together. Oh, I have been stabbed.
Zeus is down. Bring in the containment device.
Alright, looks like I need to book it. Oh no, I can't transform. Injection has rendered your powers useless, but your strength, speed, and disguise abilities are unaffected.
He's taking damage. Pour it on.
Alright, kill or evade the military. End the event. Well, see a collectible I'm gonna grab. Oh, that was fairly easy. 75,000, unlocked another 2 events, did $2.22 billion worth of damage. Well, not damage, military expenditure. I think this is total. I don't think I killed 238 civilians during this mission. But I do think if you tell me I've killed 238 civilians so far during the playthrough, I would say, yeah, that's probably about right. Time to play world's most deadly hide-and-seek game. I was expecting this to take longer. No, a zombie! Ah, leave me alone! Wait, it's just one zombie. Fuck off. What does the map look like now? I'm here. I need to go down there. What is this again? Those are kill missions. I don't really want to do any side missions right now while I can't transform. So I'm just going to continue the main story. Bazooka knee! It's almost a tiger knee. You know what? Let me just grab a little more health. You, health pack. Help me out. Oh, that did not give as much as I was expecting. I need some kind of upgrade that makes me better at eating people. It's not every game where you get to unironically utter the words, I need to get some kind of upgrade that makes me better at eating people. It's a special kind of game that makes for that kind of experience. Most expected healing wouldn't work as I can't transform. Yes, I was a little worried that would be the case. But I guess they didn't want to... what am I saying? They didn't want to hamstring me completely. I guess, you know, I can't transform, but I can still transform into other people with my disguise, which I think, if I'm being honest, is probably mainly a gameplay concession. Because even if I kept my strength and speed, if the injection made it impossible for me to transform, I definitely also shouldn't be able to take on the form of other people. So I think that is a case, and this is perfectly fine. This is a case of gameplay kind of overruling what makes sense story-wise, lore-wise, world-wise. And I'm perfectly okay with that. Up to a certain point, it's perfectly okay. And in many cases, I would rather have things maybe not make completely perfect sense if you think about it too much, but then that makes for fun, engaging gameplay, rather than have everything perfectly thought out and make sense according to the lore, but then the gameplay suffers. It's all concessions, it's all compromise. Sometimes you just have to make the choice designing a game, whether the needle swings one way or the other. Which do you choose to compromise? Which do you make a priority? In this case, I think they made the right choice. By the way, I have noticed that coming here, I have basically run into 0 military presence on my way here. Which I don't know if that's a coincidence or what it is. It seems a little weird. Alright, this is Karen Parker's apartment, right? Are we going back to talk to her and seriously not expecting there? Oh yeah, we did see some helicopters. And seriously not expecting this place to be crawling with soldiers? I'm not sure I agree with coming here. Oh, this is Dana's safe house. Never mind. Makes perfect sense to come here.
Watching someone for him. Okay, it's this doctor named Bradley Ragland.
Where is he?
Whoa. He's a good guy. Okay, you find him. He helps us get to McMullen. He's uptown at St. Paul's Hospital. He doesn't work there. Wait, hold on. There's more. Alright, so I did some research on Hope, Idaho. It was an army town. On July 21st, 1969, it vanishes from the map. The official was that it was an anti-government gun nut standoff. Some militia killed a bunch of people, and the feds killed the militia.
Ooh, plot is thickening.
Notice a girl, second from the left.
Honestly, I am enjoying the gameplay.
Awful lot like a college student these days. Not bad for
I have my, as you can tell from all the bitching, I do have my problems with it, but overall I'm enjoying the gameplay. One thing that surprises me, because I was expecting this to be mainly a gameplay experience, I am surprised at how much I'm enjoying the story, piecing it together, the whole conspiratorial stuff. I think I'm enjoying the story more than I'm enjoying the gameplay, and I find that surprising. Not that I was expecting the story to suck or anything, but I was expecting the story to be more, I guess, take more of a backseat, not matter quite as much. Parasite render your powers useless, but your strength speed, okay. So he injected me with a parasite, how dare he. Now we have to make it all the way to here, through Hive territory. Alright, shouldn't be too bad. I can still do the emo Peter Pan, so traversal isn't too bad. You expressed it perfectly. That is the perfect way of phrasing it, Sachiko. To be mostly window dressing to a power fantasy rampage. And it is that, but it's also just more than that, because it's this cool, engaging bioterror conspiracy thing. And I think it's actually kind of getting Dark Souls points. And let me explain what I mean by that. I think part of why this story is so engaging is the very small portions in which it's being doled out. Like, you get bits and pieces whenever you eat someone who's part of the web. You don't have to sit through a 10-minute cutscene of exposition or one of those fucking Metal Gear Solid 40-minute codec calls. So even though it's fairly obvious, it's not really cryptic, but because it's being drip-fed in these small bites, it still feels like my brain is piecing it together, which makes me more invested. It's actually really clever. 90s edgy superhero comic in a game, get to karate kick helicopters, mutants, tanks, and what have you. Speaking of edgy 90s superhero comic, this kind of reminds me... Let me just watch this. This kind of reminds me of the old Todd McFarlane comics, like Witchblade and The Darkness.
In short, we prepared for war.
And Spawn.
This is something new.
I am definitely getting slight Spawn and The Darkness vibes. And kind of Witchblade also from the design of some of the mutations. I mean, it's not a perfect one-for-one, but faint vibes. You know, I need a disguise. Excuse me, sir. I need a disguise. Would you help me? Thank you. Thank you for your kind donation. Spawn with some hints of Venom. Yeah, I can see the Venom parallel as well, definitely. See more of The Darkness? Yeah. Watch Spawn again the other night. The old 90s movie? That movie is so fun. The performances in Spawn by John Leguizamo and Martin Sheen absolutely make that movie. Those two, Martin Sheen just going full on the bone, smoke-cured ham, just chomping on the scenery, is glorious. And John Leguizamo just letting loose as one of the most unhinged clown characters ever put to film. John Leguizamo often gives killer performances. He's really good. Let's run through here. I don't want to deal with hunters while I can't transform my weapons. I think maybe this one hunter is going to stay on me, unfortunately. No, looks like I ditched it. Have I seen the old 80s movie Masters of the Universe? Yes. When that movie came out, I was a huge He-Man fan. Huge. I had like Castle Grayskull. It was the only really expensive toy I ever got as a kid because we didn't have a lot of money. But I got a gift certificate for a nice chunk of money to spend at a toy store, and I was able to buy that castle, and that was one of the best birthdays of my childhood. Frank Langella as Skeletor. Okay, so I'm gonna be very slightly controversial here, because I desperately wanted to see this movie as a kid. I was a huge He-Man fan. I couldn't, because it was like PG-13 or something. Basically, you had to be at least a certain age to watch it, and I was several years too young to watch it. So I didn't actually watch the He-Man movie until like a couple of years ago. Frank Langella did a really good job as Skeletor, but I'm sorry to say, I think he was probably the only good thing about that movie. That movie's kind of doo-doo, but really surprised we see fewer militaries at a point you would expect. Yes! I agree, Zahel, and I think, again, probably more of a gameplay concession and something to not think about too much in the context of the story. Enter the upgrade menu and buy the Knuckle Shockwave upgrade to start this mission. Okay. I can afford that. I have some stuff. Knuckle Shockwave. Knuckle Shockwave is a tool for creating distance between yourself and enemies. Punch your fists together to create a localized explosion. Charge for increased range. Let's... What do we have here? Oh, new attacks. Hold on. Devastating attack with extra charge potential. Combo into this and charge for outstanding damage. Launch your enemies with a chin-shattering uppercut launcher. Follow up while in the air or air stomp down as a follow-up. Film was plagued with issues between the writers, Mattel, and the director. Budget issues too. Hot mess. Yeah, it was also made by Canon, if I remember correctly. And a lot of the sets in the film were actually for a different film that never ended up happening. And then they picked up Masters of the Universe and reused both a lot of sets, but I think also a lot of costume elements. Curb Stop. Ooh, I kind of want that. I can actually afford it. Slam. Curb Stomp. Downed opponent. Press X. Gotcha. And we get the breakdown smash as well. Okay, so punch, punch. Ooh. So it's a Superman punch. I guess I can't really test out the curb stomp because anyone I can knock over is already dead. Let's try this. Oh, I thought I would knock my knuckles together instead of into the ground. Hey! And then curb stomp. No? And curb stop. Yes! I mean, I'm not evil. Shut up. Well, duel between He-Man and Skeletor was actually produced like 4 months after filming had wrapped. Whole thing was a disaster. Got cult status these days. Yeah. I'm sorry to say, I'm not sure it really deserves that cult status in my opinion. I think it's kind of just a pretty bad B-movie with one really good performance. I think, speaking of B-movies held up by just one good performance, another movie that also has cult status that I think far more deserves its status as a cult following is the Street Fighter movie. Jean-Claude Van Damme is so bad in that movie, but the movie is completely made by Raul Julia's beautifully unhinged M. Bison. But he's not the only good thing in that movie. He is by far the best thing, but like some of the other smaller characters, the chemistry between DJ and Zangief. The enemies of the free world are getting into Mr. Bison's base. Fool, Bison is the enemy of the free world. But if you knew that, why do you work for him? 'Cause I got paid a fortune, you dumb sucker. You got paid? Beautiful. Honestly, fun, bad movie. Raul Julia was brilliant. It's a shame he made the movie while he was literally dying of stomach cancer. The reason he took the role is he was dying. He knew he was dying. And he was offered the role and he was like, well, my kids are into video games. They like Street Fighter. I'll do the Street Fighter movie before I die to do something fun for my kids to remember me by. That's fucking touching, man.
Dr. Raglan? Already said I won't deal with you people. My medical opinion is not for sale.
I'm impressed.
What is it you want exactly?
Your help stopping the virus.
Why?
You could say I'm symptomatic. So pick a side.
tell you what I know. First, we need to find where the military has Patient
I am surprised it took this long for the phrase Patient Zero to get mentioned.
Blackwatch specters took them. Find the specters, find the...
Like, this is a virus outbreak game? You'd think Patient Zero would have been said during the fucking opening cutscene. But I am pretty sure this is the first time anyone has uttered the words Patient Zero in the game. Whee! Honestly, I haven't seen that many of Raul Julia's performances. I only really know him from M. Bison in Street Fighter and his two, again, very similar, high energy, unhinged, absolutely brilliant performances as Gomez Addams in the two Addams Family movies. Which, honestly, Gomez Addams, goals. Every man should aspire to be at least a little bit like Gomez Addams. Patient Zero only gets mentioned at the start. It's the player character if they're dead. Let's get back to the story of how the opera... Yeah, maybe that's why. I mean, I'm not saying it's wrong they haven't mentioned it yet. I'm just surprised. What do we have here? Locate Patient Zero. Hijack an APC to do something. You know what? I should probably be in disguise. I also probably should not shapeshift while in plain sight of the military. Okay, fair enough, game. Fair enough. That's on me. That's on me. Let's go find a different disguise. You, sir. Can you help me with my disguise? Thank you. Alright, now let's go hijack an APC. Every man should be weird, quirky, and proud of it. Seek a wife who's just as weird and quirky. To some degree, yes. Also, every man should aspire to be madly and unapologetically in love with every aspect of his life and seek out things that allow him to be in love with every aspect of his life. He should love his wife, love his kids, if he has any. Yeah. I mean, I don't think every man should be perfectly identical to Gomez Addams. That's not what I'm saying. But I'm definitely saying most of us would probably do well to be a little bit more like Gomez Addams. This targeting is ass. Alright, enter vehicle. Now what? New York hospital admission.
At East Trooper, get on the horn and tell them we've secured the Penn Station bodies. I'm taking the heavy armor to destroy a hive. Get control points up in this area, then rendezvous with us at Gentech. Yes, sir.
Objective completed. Now I need to get out of here. Okay, does anyone who knows this game know how I get out of a vehicle without just waiting for it to get destroyed? I would say, but they should have known when they saw Mercer in the first place. Remember, Henry Cavill stood in a Superman shirt on Times Square below a Superman poster. Yeah. People are not as good at recognizing things as we think they are. Not just other people, but also just visual stuff in general. Generally, eyewitnesses are kind of terrible. Oh, yeah. That was my fault for double tapping. Where's the helicopter? There we go. Fuck off. Okay. Sure, this is definitely what I want you to do. I definitely don't want you to pick anything up. There we go. Life is like Rashomon. I don't remember it that way. Hold down B until you exit. Okay, thanks, Sahel. I'll try and remember that. I have no idea what you're referencing, Gyujo. I don't know Rashomon. I don't know if that's a quote from something. Get away from those detectors. I'm just gonna top up my health before I go any further in the story. Japanese play called Rashomon. It's about murder. Every character has a different story. Oh, neat! Let's get in. How far is it? That's a little way. I think we can just walk there. It's getting overrun by zombies. Should I be spending points? Do I have points to spend? I have like 50 thou. Flying elbow drop? Excuse me? Drop from on high with a face full of hurt. The higher the drop, the bigger the impact. The elbow drop is useful against ground-based enemies. You can move up high, then drop with a punishing strike. Don't know why I really like how the body just physics around when it gets eaten. Yeah, it's kind of cool. It's kind of unnerving in a cool way. Hello, Hestafari. How are you doing? How are the doggies? Air stomp. Body surf. Ooh. I am kinda looking for maybe something that makes me better at dealing with helicopters, though, because those are my main problem. And I'm not seeing it, so I think I'm gonna hang on to my points. Hold on. Doing good. How about you? I'm doing fine. I'm having a mostly really good weekend. Tell you how goddamn cool that flying elbow drop is. Yes, I definitely expect it to be very cool. I think the tentacle. Yeah, but I think it might unlock later, Gyujo. Because right now I have all the upgrades I can get for the tentacle. Ooh. Okay, I am saving up for these two.
Unleash the beast with monster energy.
Monster energy. Cheers. Okay, fuck everything else. I want more regen rate. I want the regen delay to be lower. So we're saving up for these two. So we need 100,000 and then we need 135,000. I know New York is famous for its yellow cabs, but are they really this dense? Are there really this many yellow cabs all over the place? Look at this. This is extreme. Look at how many yellow taxis. I've never been to New York. This could be how it is in some areas. At least back then you heard they were. Alright, well maybe it's not all that exaggerated then. It just seems wild to an ignorant foreigner like me. Like, right now, okay, now it's thinning out a little bit. That area there, it was like 3 out of every 4 cars was a yellow taxi. Destroy the Blackwater vehicles. How the hell am I supposed to do that without my powers? Oh wait, enter a vehicle. That might be a really good idea here. Oh great, hunters. I hate hunters. Yep, that's my first death. And again, what's the problem? The problem is me getting ragdolled to shit. Constantly. By rockets. That's what fucks me up. I don't love how susceptible I am to that. That's not what I wanted to pick up. You are. Yes, plus more regular cars filling the gaps. That might be it. It might not be that there are too many yellow taxis. It might be that there's too little everything else to outweigh it. That's a good point. Okay, so what if I save here? Can I go from here instead of having to go back?
How do you catch the attention of an officer? You start killing all his men. I think I just blew up someone I was supposed to eat. Could you maybe jump when I tell you to jump? That would be really swell. No. Fuck off! These, that was really helpful. Okay, what do I need to destroy? I need to destroy this. Can I do this? I can, but it takes a week, so it doesn't work. I kind of really don't enjoy how... Right, so that should be that neutralized. Where's the guy I need to eat? Did he get killed again? God damn it, looks like he did. Targeting, please? Oh my god, this is so clunky. Can't really do anything with just my bare hands. What am I supposed to do? I'm supposed to kill the tanks and then eat the guy that shows up, but the guy that shows up gets killed by hunters or their own indiscriminate fire before I can get out of the tank and eat him. And then new tanks spawn and I have to start over. That seems to be what's going on here. Oh my... Ah! Oh my god, this is so awful. The targeting in this game is the worst. This is like 100 times worse than Dark Souls 1 ever was. Alright, I need to run away and heal. Or not, because Hunter. Wait, did you just attack me? Alright, I guess we're trying again. Where did I leave that rocket launcher? It's gonna help a little bit, I hope. And the other rocket despawned. Oh my god. meant to grab him.
Acquired mission objective, reinforce my 20.
Red Crown confirming deployment of strike package. Over. Strike squad is authorized and deployed.
I don't get it. What am I supposed to do here? I feel like I am just wasting my time.
Command requesting update from the field. Give us a sit rep. Over.
Chris shows some sort of clusterfuck. On site in 30. We're out.
Alright, where's the guy I need to grab? Objective completed. I have no idea what I did. Consume the Watch Spectre commander. Where is he? I'm getting really frustrated. Oh, I see him. I see him. And he is in a tank. Which means I'm, yeah, just gonna get blown off because there are 50,000 tanks here. The rate at which this game spawns in more tanks and more helicopters is absolutely ludicrous. Could you target what I'm trying to target, please? At least it saved a checkpoint, so now I just have to do this. Not the vehicle I wanted to enter. Alright, we got it.
Sir, Director McMullen.
We kind of brute forced it, but we got it.
Ragland?
Yes, sir.
You did the right thing, son. Your new orders are this. Recover all samples, bodies, and evidence from Dr. Ragland. Bring them to base AE-1.
Ragland?
If he doesn't interfere, leave him be. He's already implicated. He won't.
I will just point out how bad I am at this game. This is on easy, I think. I think I'm playing on easy. Which means the quote-unquote proper way to play this is significantly harder. I am very glad I'm playing on easy. This is already quite frustrating.
It was perfect. They used Karen to get to me. Used the genetic material I'd collected to make a weapon to try and take me out. By the time I discovered she was working for Blackwatch, she was gone. But I had a bigger problem. A weaponized cancer was eating me from the inside out. I needed a doctor, okay? A special kind of doctor. I needed Ragland.
How did it feel to be infected with something you couldn't control?
Like, my own body wanted me dead.
Did you ever consider how the parasite felt? An intelligent cancer ripped from its host?
Yeah, I did. Once. Right before I killed it.
Day 8. Alright, so probably not even halfway through. Now what? Go see Ragland, I assume? Yeah, I think we go see Ragland.
I think one thing that exacerbated that mission is that it comes at a time when I don't have my powers. Because having to deal with armored vehicles, a constant, unrelenting stream of armored vehicles, while not actually having the ability to deal with them myself, I need something external. I need to hijack a tank, I need a missile launcher, I need to throw cars. I don't know, that just felt bad. I think if I had what I'm trying to say is, if I had my powers for that mission, I don't think it would have felt as frustrating. Oops. Oh, definitely shouldn't have crossed through here. Sorry. I'll just be on my way. No. Look at that. Look at how long it took him to call in a strike team. What was that, 4 seconds? And then they show up 2 seconds later. That's too much. I mean, it taking him just a second to call in a strike team is probably realistic, but it is frustratingly quick. Because if I am not already in the process of killing him by the time he starts asking for a strike team, well then I'm not gonna get him in time. It's already failed. Don't do that. And at the same time, there's no time to run away or try to avoid them because they just materialize out of thin air literally 3 seconds later. Imagine if you hadn't done all the side mission stuff, eating people that gave me bonus to the tank, yeah. And there's nothing to throw up here, and I don't have my tentacles, so how the fuck am I supposed to deal with these helicopters? Since the jump kick misses half the time because it doesn't have the range, and even when it does hit, I need to hit them 2 or 3 times to actually count. Look at this. We're hit, but it's okay, we're good. And then I need to wait for it to come close enough again if I want to do anything about it. I really think a lot of my problem with this game is just the helicopters. Oh, now there's a tank. I'm just gonna run away. I really think the helicopter spam is actively making this game less fun. Not the existence of the helicopters in and of themselves, they would be a fine gameplay element, but it's like anytime you're engaged, there's just constant helicopters, and the helicopters are too annoying to deal with to be a constant, insistent, spammed element, in my opinion. There's a tank. You know what I was saying before, that it was weird there wasn't more of a military presence? That fucking changed. I did not mean to do that. Can I cancel? No, I can't. I can just sit here and I can complete it, or I can sit here and wait to get shut off. Some of all this DNA to get some health back. Are there any soldiers around? No. Let's eat some people.
One more ought to do it. Oh, there we go. Alright. Now we go and do the mission. It also seems like the save function in this game is completely pointless. Because if you don't save, you start from the last checkpoint. Whereas if you do take the time to manually save, instead of starting you from the last checkpoint, it starts you from the last checkpoint. At least we found a way to... how to exit the tank. Yes, thank you for looking that up, Zahel. I'm not even gonna blame the game for that, because maybe the first time I hijacked a tank, it told me that. And I just either missed it in the excitement or forgot. So I can't really point my finger at the game for that. Or maybe it's in the manual. This is an old game. This is from the time when game designers actually still deigned to include instructions on how to play the game. I am a big fan of manuals, and I am saddened that almost anything I am saddened, as I was saying, by the general tendency in games to no longer have manuals. Thought manuals served a very, very useful purpose. I know that what manuals used to do, tutorials do now, but sometimes it's just a lot more handy to just take the manual and look up something specific. Even games where in the menu you can call up the tutorial and see it again, even then, I prefer having a manual. I prefer having a little booklet where I can look shit up and get instructions. Love if they would at least add the info normally in a manual on their own. Yeah.
What's happening to me? They know you carry the infection. They might be using you to produce an...
That's one of my that's one of my big strikes against Path of Exile, actually, and a lot of other games.
Get Raglan to those bodies, I'm gonna need some armor.
It's just a personal problem that, for me, if there is information that I need to effectively play your game, and I cannot access that information through the game itself, or in a manual that came with the game, if I have to go to a third-party site, to some kind of wiki to look stuff up because the information is not present in your game, in my opinion, that is a huge mark against the design of that game. Alright, I need to go hijack a tank. Do I need to do it any specific place or just in general? I think just in general. Okay. I do, however, have a lot of points now. I picked up a lot of EP during all that combat, so that's the good upside. I got these. Do I want to get the flying elbow drop? The thing is, the flying elbow drop, I know without even looking, is ridiculously cool. The question is, am I ever really going to use it? Uppercut launcher. Again, I feel like a lot of these powers are really cool. I'm gonna get this. But they're just powers useful for styling. Oh, that's gonna be really hard for me to do. X plus B. Yeah, I'm not gonna use that much because of the input. That just not vibe at all with how I hold my controller. Blizzard's done it even worse for a while. Their CS, I don't know what that is, started to tell people to go check Wowhead sometimes when you write to them with a problem. So they're just like, yeah, you know, giving information about our game, it's not our problem. CS customer service, oh. So yeah, they're just like, yeah, giving information about our own game, it's not our problem. Just use the third-party stuff. They're better at it than we are. I really don't like that. I think that is... I just think it's really poor design. So a minute ago, I couldn't walk 2 goddamn steps without having 3 tanks on my scrot. Now that I need a tank, where are the damn things? Let's go hunting. Oh, never mind. There's one right here. Excuse me, sir. Can I get a ride? Get samples from the Penn Station corpses. Return the tank to the morgue. Don't mind me, God damn it. Kill or evade military before returning to the morgue. That happened because I ran over a soldier because the dumbass walked in front of my tank. Yeah, this tank is just getting shredded. Alright, start over. Run away, reset, start over. Literally because some dumb cocksucker wouldn't walk out of the way of a tank that was very slowly driving towards him. Okay, I need to get out of here. Apparently there's a military parade here. Need to get somewhere with a little less population density. This seems more like it. Now, to deal with these fucking helicopters. Or not. There we go. Alert is going down. Honestly, I feel like the power fantasy has kind of ended. The badass superhero monster power fantasy has kind of been replaced with desperate struggle to survive, run away. Fuck's sake. There was nobody watching, and then the moment I pick him up, somebody's watching. Like, I can't take these fights. Because if I stop to fight, more enemies show up faster than I can kill the ones I stopped to fight. Even worse, when you write to them about something VOD would not be able to fix, such as X quest completed didn't give me a reward. Well, that just sounds like Blizzard having dogshit customer service, lazy customer service, really. Again, nobody, the indicator of whether or not I was being watched was telling me, according to what the game itself told me, there is no one watching, there is no military personnel watching. The moment I grab a person, it immediately switches to hostile. This is pissing me off. It would be one thing if I fucked up by using the tools and rules the game gave me, but right now the game is not playing by the very rules the game laid out. And I am too goddamn autistic to not be pissed off by that. Another question is there even anywhere where I'm not being watched by military? Seems like there's more military on the streets than regular people. Alright, you, come here. And again! God damn it. I mean, if it wants me to feel like a desperate fugitive being hunted, I guess it's accomplishing that. It's just not fun because I can't do anything. Feels like some of those... Yeah, it feels like they're just spawning in at random. Just, oh, he's doing something. Let's just spawn in some soldiers next to him to fuck him up. Watch this. Nobody's watching. The indicator says nobody's watching. Alright, we got away with it this time. Now I need to find myself a soldier disguise. Which I'm going to attempt to do like so. There we go. Now to steal a tank. That was what I needed to do, right? Yeah, to steal a tank and then get it back to the morgue without drawing aggro. That's what we're trying to do. So let's go find ourselves a tank.
Boss, something just caught my eye.
That's not a tank, that's a truck. Oh, I see a tank. Hello there. Hello there. I'm not an expert on tank, but it kind of resembles a leopard. It probably isn't, though. I don't think the American military uses leopards. Did it say tank or military vehicle? I am pretty sure, not completely sure, but pretty sure that it said tank. Now we just drive slowly, making sure to avoid any military personnel. Move. At least they don't go hostile over me killing civilians, because goddamn it would be impossible to not do that. Considering the fact that every person's primary survival strategy seems to be go in front of the tank and hold still. Right now, if traffic would just work normally, I would be fine. Civilians go into a panic just because I'm driving a tank, right? Honestly, this game started out great, and it's still good, don't get me wrong. But it seems severely undercooked in some ways. There's definitely a lot of room for polish. Alright, we made it. Now what? Now he gets in the tank, and then we go where? Go to Harlem.
Let's go. If you can get me a couple of minutes with those corpses, I think I can get what you need.
Let's have a look at the map. So if we just go straight up to Central Park and then hang a right. Look at that, as soon as I get near, it's just like the AI shits itself and traffic becomes chaos. May I see, please? Guess not. I guess we're just chancing it. At least all these crashes and explosions aren't actually damaging the tank I'm in. Seems like something has to actually deliberately attack the tank for it to take damage. All these exploding trucks and cars aren't slowly wearing down the tank. That's something, at least. Gotta look at the positives too, that's something. Oh great, look at that. Just waiting to get run over. Just a bunch of assholes standing in the street. Waiting to get run over so they can go hostile against me. If I hang a left up here, not here, but next intersection. Positively killing the civilians doesn't trigger the military. Yeah, that's weird, isn't it? Of course, if I grab a civilian, if I'm on foot and I grab a civilian, then all hell breaks loose. But if I run over a civilian with a tank, if I run over a civilian in a car with a tank, or even if I very slightly bump a military transport truck that then explodes because the goddamn things are apparently made out of nitroglycerin, nothing happens. Anyway, looks like we're just about here. So, the time for bitchin'
is coming to an end.
What is that?
Just ignore it. I'll deal with it. This won't take long. Just give me some time.
Wonder if they made that compromise instead of dealing with the civilian AI. Yeah, probably.
They're coming.
Okay, so if I do this... They're just going straight for the wall. No, this one's going for me. That's good. Go for me instead. Leave the wall alone. You dead? Oh wait, I can do this. What? 1, 2... There we go. Fuck's sake! There we go. I should use the lock-on more. Okay, just do that. Alright, need to last 3 more minutes. Oh, now hunters show up. This is bad news. Oh yeah, just stun lock me forever. Hey Steffi, I did get some rest, yes. Probably not as soon as I should have, but I did eventually end up going to bed and getting some sleep. Oh, fuck off. Time for you to get some rest. Alright, Steffi, have a nice sleep. Okay, this is ridiculous. Objective complete, but only just by a hair. Now get the fuck away from me. Sounds like this Devastator attack could help a lot. Yeah, except I don't know if I can do it because I don't have my powers, but even if I could... Look at this. Here's the problem. Everything interrupts me.
Everything ragdolls me. That's the problem. The balance between how long the animation takes to do things like capture a vehicle or do a special attack, and how vulnerable you are to getting ragdolled and how much damage you take while doing it. It just feels like most of the time it's not worth it. It's better to just spam attack. Here's some of all the weapons on the floor. You mean the one rocket launcher?
That's not good.
I hadn't even noticed that. Now what? Now we're in the tank. Get Raglan to safety. What is safety? Okay, I have a marker. Where are we going here? Looks like we're heading back to the morgue. Honestly, it feels like this game wants to be a really high skill precision game, like a Dark Souls or a Devil May Cry, but at the same time it's just not fast and responsive enough to actually give you the tools to be that fast and precise and responsive. Or here's another option. I just fucking suck at this. That is completely possible. That all my problems with this game ultimately just comes down to skill issue. 'Cause I am not good at games. Next intersection. So here, just making sure. Yes. No, leave me alone. I don't know if the game is intending for me to like stop and fight these tentacles with my tank. If that's like the intended experience, but I am just getting out of here. Ooh, I almost ran over a soldier. Because he was like, there is a tank approaching at high speed. This seems like the perfect time to cross the road. Now that we don't care about the military, they're gone again, right?
Sting, I'll get this under a scope. Come back in a few hours. I'll have an analysis for you.
Alright, mission complete. I think that's going to be it for tonight. Sorry for all the salt. This game has been a little bit frustrating today. But again, I want to stress, I do a lot of bitching, I do a lot of complaining. I'm complaining about the bad parts of an otherwise overall good game. I am still having fun. I know sometimes that you might be fooled into thinking I'm not. I am having fun. Just not as much as I wish I was.